We now go to the third and last activity, that is the activity for task creation. Our main objective will be to present the relative layout and the option which allows passing data between activities in both directions. Again, we'll start by creating the activity. We set the relevant name and title. This time we won't select Launcher Activity. We'll use the Hierarchical Parent option. Here we can define which activity is the parent of our activity. In our case, it will be To-Do List Activity, because it will call our new activity, and after the return, we'll return to To-Do List Activity. Again this time, we've got the layout, activity, and menu generated. A curious thing got generated in the Android manifest file. Apart from the fields name and label, we have the parent activity name set here. It's the name of the parent class. The data we've just passed is placed in two places as parent activity name and additionally as metadata. Until version 4.1, there was no concept of activity hierarchy. That is why parent activity name is available only from version 16. We have version 15 where we need to pass metadata. The system is able to deal with itself, but we must pass data to it using one of the two ways. We'll apply both versions to be able to support both concepts. In order to see how it works in practice, we must add the option of calling this activity as a new action. In the activity list, we had a logout action, and now we'd like to handle the new action. That is why we must add a new condition in the if conditional instruction. Now, let's start the application. In order to omit the login process, we'll start the activity together with the list. To do so, we modify the run configurations. As a default, the Launch Default Activity option is selected. This means that the first activity will be started from the manifest, which has a selected launch option in the launcher. We can change that option and choose the activity we want to launch. As a result, the moment we press the play button, the second activity starts right away. This is useful in case we test a certain activity and we want to separate it from all the rest in order to avoid going through multiple steps. After clicking the plus icon, the activity of adding a task is started. We immediately notice a change. the icon which informs us that we can return from this activity appears. Clicking this icon, the program icon or the text causes the call of the action home. As opposed to the back button, home behaves slightly differently because it uses hierarchical parent. If we press the back button, the current activity is closed and we return to the activity from the stack. In the case of the home button, the current activity is closed, but the activity which is lower in the stack is returned to the top. The difference is that the moment we have a couple of activities started in succession and execute back, clicking particular elements causes moving back. In the case of home, clicking this option causes an automatic transition to the activity set as a hierarchical parent. The differences between the up and back navigation are well illustrated in the documentation on the Google website. Here we have a special section in Design Parents called Navigations, which tells us how both navigations should be carried out and what the differences between them are, with a large number of examples. It's good to learn about these materials in order to know how to carry out the navigation.